While poets and songwriters put romantic thoughts and feelings into eloquent words, love remains a complicated mystery. Psychologists and anthropologists have a lot to say about how and why people fall in love, and most importantly, the science behind it all. We dug through pages of study and text to uncover these surprising psychological facts about love. In today's video, we will be showing you psychological facts about human behavior in relationships you should know this. Without further ado, let's begin. Lust is different than love. The evolutionary basis for lust stems from the need to reproduce. The sex hormones testosterone and estrogen drive lust, which are separate from what is behind attraction and attachment. This is why one-night stands or steamy hookups don't necessarily lead to a long-term relationship. However, it gets complicated because lust and passion are still components of long-lasting love as well. Attraction is based on obsession. While estrogen and testosterone drive lust, dopamine and norepinephrine are released when one feels attraction. According to Fisher's extensive research, humans manifest attraction in the brain areas that control reward behavior. In a number of Fisher's studies, brain scans of people in love showed the primary reward center of the brain lighting up after they were shown a picture of someone they are intensely attracted to. This helps to explain why the attraction component of love is based on feelings of obsession, as well as why the earlier days of romantic relationships can be exhilarating. Being in love changes you. If you find yourself watching romantic comedies when you used to only prefer thrillers, or if you suddenly love Mexican food when you didn't before, you might want to credit your partner. A study published in the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology found that people in love often have different interests and personality traits after entering into their respective relationships. One of the study's authors suggested that people have a more diverse sense of self and an increased self-esteem after falling in love. Love can be a pain reliever. A study conducted by the Stanford University School of Medicine found that intense, passionate feelings of love can be used as an effective pain reliever, acting similar to illicit drugs like cocaine. Researchers asked 15 undergraduate students to bring in photos of their romantic partner and photos of an acquaintance. Researchers then showed the pictures to their subjects while zapping their hands with a computer-controlled thermal stimulator to cause mild pain. They found that seeing the image of their loved ones reduced the level of pain they felt. So if you're about to donate blood and don't prefer needles, perhaps you should have a picture of someone you love on hand. Love is blind. Longtime married couple Richard Schwartz and Jacqueline Olds are Harvard Medical School professors and couples therapists who have been studying the evolution of love for decades. In one study, they uncovered the science behind the phrase, "love is blind." In a piece published by Harvard University, Schwartz explained how the feeling of love deactivates the neural pathways responsible for negative emotions, such as fear and social judgment. So when you start to fall in love, your ability to make critical assessments shuts down. Love is similar to being high. You may have heard that falling in love is like getting high, and there actually is some truth to that. A study from the Kinsey Institute, published in Frontier Psychology, found that the brain of a person falling in love looks a lot like the brain of someone who has taken cocaine. In fact, people in the early stages of intense romantic relationships exhibit many symptoms of substance addiction, including euphoria, cravings, withdrawal, and emotional and physical dependence. The researcher wrote that romantic love could be considered a powerful natural addiction. The brain falls in love, not the heart. Many scientists have gone back and forth on whether it's the brain that falls in love or the heart. Based on her work, Syracuse University professor Stephanie Ortigue believes it is ultimately the brain, though the heart is related. Attraction in some parts of the brain can generate stimulations to the heart, butterflies in the stomach, Ortigue wrote in the Journal of Sexual Medicine. Some symptoms we sometimes feel as a manifestation of the heart may sometimes be coming from the brain. Love makes you dumb. falling in love can make people do questionable and embarrassing things. In fact, research shows that sexual arousal turns off the regions of the brain that control critical thinking, self-awareness, and rational behavior. It shuts off the prefrontal cortex of the brain, which is to blame for mistakes, bad decisions, and regrettable moments in a new relationship. Love does hurt. At times, love hurts, and being heartbroken is actually a real sensation and not just something that's only in your head. It's called Takotsubo cardiomyopathy, or broken heart syndrome. According to Harvard's Women's Health Watch, broken heart syndrome is a weakening of the heart's main pumping chamber as a result of severe emotional or physical stress, such as the loss of a loved one or a serious accident. It occurs almost exclusively in women, and researchers are still figuring out why it happens. While it's rare, it is possible to die of a broken heart. You don't have to be newly married to be head over heels. You might think that deep, passionate love is reserved exclusively for the honeymoon phase of a relationship, but a 2011 study showed that you can still be madly in love with someone after decades of marriage. A research team at Stony Brook University in New York performed MRI scans of couples who have been married on an average of 21 years. They compared the results with scans done in prior experiments of couples that were in a newer relationship. The researchers found the same level of activity in dopamine-rich areas of the brain for both the long-married couples and those who were newly in love. The study suggested that as a relationship grows, the spark stays, but some of the initial stress is gone. The love hormone is two-faced. A study from Northwestern University revealed that the love hormone oxytocin, which has long been known to promote warm, fuzzy feelings of well-being and social bonding, has a dark side too. The surprising research published in 2013 shows oxytocin can also cause emotional pain. The hormone actually strengthens social memory in the brain, and that includes bad memories. These memories can be triggered long after a negative incident. Healthy levels of oxytocin can help people feel connected towards their partners, but if the hormone is elevated, it can fuel toxic habits like jealousy and irritability. Couples' heart rates start to synchronize. Your heart might skip a beat when your crush walks by, but a study found that if you're in a deep relationship, your hearts might be beating in sync. A study conducted by the University of California, Davis suggests that there are psychological signs between two people in love. In fact, couples' hearts begin to beat at the same rate when they're in a relationship. Though this might be hard to gauge on your own, feeling a deep connection with your partner is one way to make it through coronavirus quarantine together. So guys, let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. For more interesting content, give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more awesome content. Have a nice day, and I will see you in the next video.